Good morning from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Beautiful view of the desert here on a sunny Monday morning. Look at the famous Las Vegas Strip and the Fremont Street experience. Nothing but neon here in Las Vegas. The glitz, the glamour, everything you would expect from the entertainment capital of the world and possibly the universe. But we're here at the Orleans Arena at the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018 for our feature match. Norway takes on the United States. And the athletes are entering the venue. Greg Persinger leading out Team USA. Their opponents are Norway. Day 3 of the tournament. Teams are finding their place in the firmament. Hans Franlab here, and we're going to meet the teams. First team Norway. At lead, Magnus Wahlberg. Playing second stone, Magnus Nedregotten. Marcus Højberg is at third. And the skip for Team Norway, Stefan Wallstad. Taking on the home team, Team USA, Phil Tilker is at lead. Second, Colin Huffman. Rich Ruohonen skips and throws third stones. And throwing fourth stones, Greg Persinger. Let's look at the standings. Sweden are top of the table, unbeaten 4-0. Korea 3-0 alongside Norway. Canada, China, Scotland are at 2-1. Italy are at 1-2 alongside the Netherlands, Russia, and Team USA. Germany, Japan, and Switzerland looking for their first win. Keep an eye on the matches, just 2 matches this morning. Japan is taking on the Netherlands. And our feature game, Norway versus Team USA, here at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Vegas, baby, on a Monday morning. Teams are exchanging handshakes. I'd like to introduce Alison Kreviazek. Morning, Allie.
Good morning.
What are we looking for in this one?
Oh my goodness, this is going to be a good game for sure. We've got the USA who's sitting right now at the bottom bracket, and they're going to be looking to stay in that top area. Of course, they've got a tough game against Scotland this afternoon, so I'm assuming they're going to want to have some good shots and good momentum following into this afternoon's game. But
certainly a big day for Team USA. Yeah. Absolutely right. We've got a new playoff format. The World Men's Curling Championship was expanded to a 13-team field. Playoff format, 6 teams make the playoffs. We're still early in the 12-game round robin, Allie, but you're already starting to think about what you need to do to get into that final 6.
Absolutely. You still, even though you're in the beginning, you still want to stay in that top bracket. You never like to see your country fall further and further down that list.
So it's a big day for Team USA. Norway, on the other hand, unbeaten. And fans of curling that are sort of more casual curling fans are used to seeing Thomas Olsrud's team, but Stefan Wallstad rather, this team is on the rise. They represented Norway last year at the World Men's, and they're 3-0 here and looking very impressive in the early going.
Yeah, started off the competition with wins against Germany, Italy, and Japan. And Stefan throwing a 88% tournament accuracy. So they're coming in hot.
At the skip position, yes, absolutely coming in hot. That's fantastic shooting. Here's Rich Ruohonen. He'll be calling the game for Team USA, but Greg Persinger will throw the last rocks. Norway will be playing the red stones this morning, and the USA playing the yellow-colored stones. Wallstad holding the brush, as Alison said. USA with the hammer, so getting us underway. Magnus Wahlberg.
Ja, dra så langt inn i linja. Ja. Ja, Magnus. Bra spil, Magnus. Bra. Kører lite, den sier jeg. Her er is innenfor kant 8 på min drøyninger. Tror du dagen har krølest?
Nice center guard there. Magnus
Han der er jeg også, egentlig. Ja, ok.
throwing that first stone in there nicely. And now Phil Tilker of the USA
Ja, sikkert.
from Seattle.
Line's great.
Line's good.
Wait if you can.
Line's good. We're 6, 7. Okay, well then, we're right off, right off. 8. Wow. Right off. 9 even.
A little bit quicker than expected, perhaps.
Ran really good.
Yeah.
I thought you threw it well. That's a good shot. That's fine.
Great communication on that one.
Just a bit
Letting
kid
the
in that
thrower
ball.
know that
Den er bra, 12.
wasn't entirely his fault. It's
Litt
exactly
press.
the weight
Det er
that he had expected and the sweepers had expected to throw. Just quite a bit quicker down that path. Oh, bit of a wobble there.
Speed wobble from Magnus, but good course correction.
Ok, mye plass for det, det er sant. 3, 2, 11. Wow. Ikke rør.
Looking to stick around. It's just going to spill. It is going to just hang on.
10-9.
Stones just need to be touching a portion of the rings to be
I think I gotta go here.
potential scoring rocks. That one is biting, we call it.
Need to touch this.
See if Phil Tilker can make that small adjustment, take a few feet of weight off.
5. Lots of room. Lots of room right now. Lots of room. Line's getting better here.
No, lots of room.
Lots of line.
6, 7.
Lots of line.
Now weight's good.
It's getting better.
5.
Colin, stay close. Yep.
Sounds like he made a pretty good adjustment so far.
No, it's not.
Looks like great weight.
Yeah, sweepers like it.
We're good.
Great thing with the ice is that you definitely can sweep it into play. Swinging really nice at the end.
40.
Really nice late finish.
Ok. Er det vant? Ja. Litt pluss fortsatt.
Ja, det tror jeg.
Only a corner of this stone visible for Norway. Tough shot here. For Magnus Nedregotten,
Jeg gir mye.
11. Yep. 11.
1,
Olympic bronze medalist in mixed doubles curling.
1. 1. Yep. Hold, yep. Av. Har du spill? Har du spill? Lille. Bra. 10-9 da.
Great control weight there. You'll see a lot of teams that will get a little bit nervous and want to throw the up weight shot at that. That was fantastic control. Bring the sweepers into it.
Up weight there from Colin Huffman of the USA, trying to remove the Norwegian stone, maybe kill 2.
All right.
I might have been a pinch wide there, Rich, but I think it's really straight there.
Okay.
I think you can never give too little ice.
Greit det. Synes du?
Ja, greit det. Jeg hadde ikke sånn kjempemye
Hva tror du
køller
om
på
her? Jeg vet ikke. Hva tror du, Markus?
Kanskje
Prøv der da.
hakket mer hvis
5 en halv 6. Hakket mer. Ja.
So Norway ignoring that stone in the back of the rings. They're going to use the center guard. Nedregotten will be throwing the out-turn come-around shot, trying to hide behind that center guard.
Bare pakk. 7.
Of course, with USA having the last stone in this end, this is a great opportunity for Norway to sink one around their center guard.
Linja er bra. Gjerne kjøle. Kjøp fart. Linja er
Stake
bra.
still early on a Monday morning. Of course, that's a Norwegian stone in the back of the ring, so of course they're going to come around. Good-looking shot here from Nedregotten. Rules of play, we're going to play a 10-end game, but 6 ends at a minimum. Each team has 38 minutes of thinking time to complete their stones.
Got about 3 inches
Each
of
team
it,
has
whatever you
one
think.
60-second
Let's
timeout.
do that.
Okay. Pinch more.
Colin Huffman a little fixated about how straight the ice is in his mind, and so he's asked Rich Ruhonen for a little bit more target line for this shot. He's running the center stone back.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
Nice shot.
Just clips it.
Real nice.
Shooter does roll over to a corner guard, and it does look to me like he's covering that back biter, but corner guard nonetheless.
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with the result here. Kills the center guard, kills the shot rock, opens up the house, leaves themselves a corner guard. Nice situation. Marcus Højberg.
Ja, vi har
Throwing
4.
third stones for Norway.
Vi har 4. Vil ha 3. Ja. 3. 3. Linjen, bra. Hold
He's
den.
looking for a center guard here. Nice and tight to the rings.
Ja, begge to. Hardt. Hardt, hardt, hardt. Hardt. Hardt, hardt, hardt. Og spill. Spill, Markus.
So decision time for Team USA. Playing it
Try to make the double.
pretty conservatively. They do have last rock. They could have ducked around the guards, but they're just going to eliminate that center guard. Richard Honen.
Yep.
I think they might be tempted on this one to get the slash. Try and catch that back red.
Yeah, they certainly have that in mind, but this one right on the
Ooh.
nose.
No worries, bud.
It's a problem with one of those one or the other shots, eh?
Yeah. Sometimes it's neither.
Yeah.
And it was a nose hit there for Ruhonen.
It's always good for the player to have one shot in their head as they're throwing it, and sometimes you get really caught up in, again, that one or the other, and then you don't end up making either one of them.
7. Linjen, bra. 7. 6. Bare par. Vi har 7 nå.
Højberg now with a great chance to hide behind cover of the center guard.
6. Linjen, 10. Det er bare par. Linjen, bra plass. Fortsatt. 7. Bra da. På slutten hvis det skal.
Want to keep the stone in front of that tee line that goes left to right through the middle of the rings. It's going to slide just to that tee line, just fractionally past it. And that was about 6 inches away from perfection. Fractionally deep, and we can see why.
Run it.
Okay.
What turn?
Turn your legs.
Did have the option of
I like it. Gonna wait.
drawing up to it, but they are going to try to run back that center stone. Like the call, Ellie?
I think I'd be tempted at coming down to it. Like we said, it does swing quite a bit, so
Really close.
Yes, Phil.
Really close.
it could be a good opportunity. But that being said, they have thrown this line,
Straight
and
back,
there you go.
stuffs it. Great shot.
Shot, Richie.
Way to bounce back, kid. Came back.
Shot, buddy. Good there.
Well, that's the kind of thing that can light up your Monday morning.
Absolutely.
Way to bounce back.
Right on the nose, straight back, stuffs it right behind the guard. Great shot.
Pretty darn good. 'Cause they can't see enough of it to nose it. So they
Trenger ikke helt ned. Eller det beste er jo selvsagt helt ned, men halvstein unna er bedre enn dans. Med mindre så er det monster.
USA does have last rock here in the first end.
13-5, prøv å spille samme.
Stefan Wallstad.
Sju. Sju.
Leader of the new wave of Norwegian curling.
Linjen bra. Der er fart. 6. Ingen linje. Linja fin. Ok. Hard, hard, hard. Hard på fart, kom igjen.
Hard work by the brushers. They think it's a little bit light, trying to drag it as far as they can. Comes to rest full in the 8-foot circle. They wanted it really all the way up to the American stone. Does block off access to the button area though for Team USA. It's in an awkward place for the Americans.
You like this? Wow, does that make that even easier? Yeah, probably.
Not if you tap
You
it.
can go right here. I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's either out, turn around, or in, turn, tap.
Like out turn.
Likes the out.
Out turn?
That's the in. Out turn.
Oh. What do you want to do, Richie?
It is early.
Yep.
Good stick.
I think it's like 14. He threw a 14.5.
Yep.
So you needed a 14.
Yeah, 90.
Looking to draw around that red stone, Allison?
Yeah, it's looking to use that red rock as a partial guard and bury one in behind, but
Greg Persinger.
Back full floor.
does leave the same shot available for Team Norway to use.
Just a fun.
Their top red to slash in.
Tilker and Huffman on the brushes trying to drag this stone deep, but
Full 12 for sure. Gotta get full 12 for sure.
going to come
Come on, go.
short. They're trying to get it onto the rings.
Okay.
And they do, they get a bite. I'm not sure if they outcount that stone at the back of the rings. It'll be close. I think they've just done it.
Hi, Rich. Rich.
It must be quite a bit slower out in that fresh path there, because the Norwegian stone that came up top 8, they were calling T-line the whole way, so maybe just coming down a little bit more than expected.
Both teams have 9 minutes of pre-game practice where they can throw stones across the ice surface. But you're right, Allison, sometimes in those pre-game practices, one path or a different path gets worked up a bit more, and in the early part of the game, some tracks can run just a little bit differently.
Da ble det ikke så greit sprø den her, så lenge han ser forbi, så...
Det er litt mye å dra på, synes jeg, for den.
Ok, nei. Jævlig vanskelig, du stenger jo i... Jeg tipper han hvis du prøver å dytte den ut av firefoten da.
Optimalt så er det 9, og får dyttet den sånn
Ut av firefoten, så er jeg nok kanskje 2.
After a bit of discussion about possibly tapping their own stone forward, they're going to come around the in-turn side, try to make a play towards the American shot.
Jeg har nesten en stein mindre enn du hadde, Magnus, på din dragning.
Do you think he's playing weight to bump it, Allie, or is he just going to try to draw in front of it?
I do believe so. With that ice, it looks like he's going to be throwing a bit of maybe a back line sort of bump, maybe back 8.
Trying just enough weight to push the American stone out of scoring position. Have to navigate the center guard first.
Looking tight. Gets by.
Nice looking stone here. Look at that. Terrific shot. Norway lies too. What great touch from Stefan Wallstad. Fantastic shot.
Absolutely beautiful control.
Marcus Hoiberg reading the line. Has to navigate the port tight to the guard, and perfect weight. Pushing it back just far enough for the Norwegians to lie 2 shots. Fantastic control. One more look at it here. So delicate to throw that kind of shot in the first end of a game. Absolute precision, line and weight to make that shot.
It's pretty straight on this side.
Now, Greg Persinger, how do you answer that one? Last stone of the first end. Persinger trying to duplicate the feats of Wallstad.
Yep, Colin, gotta go!
Giving it all he has.
Desperately trying to hold the line to get it by the guard. Are they by? They just graze it. Wrecking on the front stone, and it is a steal of 2 to Norway. What a turnaround.
Wow.
Just grazing that guard. Norway steals 2 after 1 end of play. It is Norway 2, USA no score.
He threw that good. Just had to get on it earlier. It just curved.
Start med 2 ganger, sikkert her med.
Ja, selvsagt.
Back in Inside the Orleans Arena in the desert, Las Vegas, Marcus Valle gets us underway for Norway in the second end after a big steal of 2 in the first.
13-3. Samson går. Sorry.
Allison Magnus is relatively new to the sport, but he certainly comes from pretty strong curling DNA.
I would say so.
Both Sander Lars, representative.
Paul's uncle.
Uncle Paul Trulson,
Yeah.
Olympic gold medalist.
Pass the sign. Not bad.
Corner guard thrown here by the USA. It's in play, quite a long corner guard. Here's Valberg. Only been curling for 4 years, but here he is on one of the best teams in the world and making a very strong contribution to it.
Yeah, his past 2 games, he's been at 91 and 90%. So
That'll keep you on the team.
for 4 years,
Not bad.
catches on quick.
I think in my 4th year of curling, I was still trying to figure out what the intern and the outturn was.
I think I'm with you on that one.
Line's
You
good.
gotta go, bitch.
Line's good. Yep. Yep, Greg. Yeah. Gotta go for line, too.
Tilker trying to draw around the corner guard
Come
that
on.
set on his previous stone.
Gotta get it by. Come on.
Persinger trying to hold the line straight. This one is just going to
Center guard.
crash the guard. Leaves the center guard as well. That's
Taking over the top on that one?
a little bit dangerous now for Team USA, but on the other hand,
Way late.
Ja, okay.
guards can be your friend as well when you've got last rock.
Ja, du har mye videre.
Yeah, they're just saying that was way light, but even if they had the line on that one, having a 2 corner guard, having that second one being even just tight to the rings and being fully around it, that would have been a perfectly good result as well.
La han sekse så mye som mulig. 13-3 der oppe.
Nedregotten trying to draw another one in. This sliding deep though. It's going to go into the back of the 4-foot circle, just the back button.
Hva sa du? 13-3. Ja. Missinga i siden der litt bratt der, kanskje?
Result of the work from Nedregotten.
Same as ESC. Yep.
Little pocket to follow. And let's take a look in at our other game. Japan versus the Netherlands. The Dutch Stones sitting in the rings. Go Aoki, youngest player in the tournament, 18 years of age for Team Japan. First international tournament ever for this Japanese team. Aoki makes the nose hit. Japan scores 1. They lead at 1-0. We'll keep an eye on that match for you. Colin Huffman now trying to draw into the pocket and welds it. Very nice shot.
Yeah, line actually finished on that one.
He said looking a little mixed doubly here, Allison.
Yeah, absolutely. I was I was just kind of thinking the same thing.
Lots of stones clustered in and around the button and just behind the tee line. This man's familiar with mixed doubles situations. Olympic bronze medalist Magnus Nedregotten. His teammate Kristen Skaslin. This stone though, a little extra weight, tracking a bit straighter down this path. Will he get enough curl? Nestles in beside the American stone and behind it. There's a veritable wall of stones behind the tee line now. Here's the USA bench and Coach Phil Drobnik swiveling around to take a look at the scoreboard. Also coached Team USA at the recent Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. The USA, of course, gold medal winners. John Schuster's rink. Colin Huffman now trying to get another one into the scoring area.
Line's pretty good.
Look up, Greg.
Like to see it curl a little, but
This has been such a big year for USA curling, Ali.
be sure to
Absolutely.
Right on it. It's all you.
Had some,
Perfect.
Rue.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Greg.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Greg.
It's Greg. It's always Greg.
Huffman's draw, welding into the pocket. Interesting to see if it's second shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to pull its draw, the hair more curl, but
And we see Thomas Löfveld, coach of Team Norway, saying, and that's a little bit crowded there in that 4-foot. I'm not quite sure if we're shot or not.
I think he's tired.
Yeah. Good morning, Thomas.
Yeah, I
Got a
think,
coffee for you.
someone needs to go grab
There's the
their.
coffee.
Oh, there you go.
Fantastic. Thomas will be with us in a moment. So nice situation brewing here for Team USA. Just needed that last one to curl a fraction more, but they're commanding the button area right now. So Marcus Højbjerg trying to throw another one into the pile and hopefully in a good angle for the Norwegians. USA has the hammer. Last rock here in the second.
This one's looking a teeny bit light. We'll be looking to try and come down and jiggle some stuff around, but
Drogotten Robert, maximum sweep. Great brushing by the Norwegian front end.
fantastic. What a great sweep.
It is a veritable party in the 4-foot circle. Need the VIP entrance to kind of get into this party.
God, we're only one.
You need your mind to curl.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do now. Take a look at it, figure it out.
Thanks, Colin. Okay, Rich, you figure it out.
Yeah,
Too hard for me.
we're gonna go down
Be
and
shot then. For now.
grab your stone for you.
Where do you want me to be?
What are we doing?
I think we got a guard for a shot, don't we?
It's that or you tap our yellow like you Colin just
We
threw.
tap our yellow.
And you can move the red behind our yellow. So that when he hits
I
the
like
red
that
with the
thought
yellow,
from
the yellow
Phil Tilker.
stays. It's
Yeah.
the only-
If you guard here, basically saying we hope we get one. We're not going to get two. There's no chance at all.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 4 stones.
If we guard, he's only
Got
gotta
some
make
stuff
one
to
run,
juggle
right?
around, some time left
problem
in the
is we
end.
like, I think we need to lose some of the
tap
reds
this
behind
yellow.
us. Even if you just, this red that's here,
Right
we
on
can
the
get it over
nose.
here. It's now in the line of our
that
red
bad?
yellow. Right? The red,
Oh, I see.
the red that's back behind yellow. If you,
But that's really no good because we can now get rid of the
it's
red.
not bad because
Gotta get right on the nose and move that one back just a little. But then he's blasting,
I'm not
right?
worried about getting rid of
And
the
they
red.
might all
I'm
go.
worried about
Them
them
smash.
smashing and
This one's not going
and-
to go
and-
right
and-
here. This one's not going to go, right?
You're losing, but you can't
Okay.
lose both of you.
And that's the shot,
But we're
right?
still not a good spot. Like that. The thing is, if we
So
nose this,
edge.
then he can smash it.
Well, let's see what he does here.
After a lot of debate,
All right, we're gonna freeze right on that. Tap it a little bit.
Freeze on the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Freeze
Yeah.
is the
Thank you,
Well,
Rich.
I mean, I want to move it. I got to move it just a little.
Okay. So
Get it
move
on.
it a foot.
Yeah. Little less.
We want to end up being back
Little
4
left,
weight when we
right
make
there.
contact.
Okay.
Maybe back 8.
So a freeze tap?
So we need what?
Freeze tap.
Yeah.
Heavy
I'm
draw.
throwing about 90s. You're throwing 85s.
Sweep for a bump. Got lots of ways to describe this shot in curling. Rich Ruhonen,
Back 4.
delicate shot.
Whoa, then, whoa.
Trying to come right up to the stone just thrown by Huffman and just give it a little nudge.
T, back 4.
Line is just as important as the weight now.
Whoa. Call it if anything.
Is it me?
Yeah, they're saying it's important to get to the nose on this one.
Go.
Good looking shot here from Ruhonen. Beautiful. That's exactly what they wanted.
How many rocks can we put in the 4-foot?
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Because now those back 2 go. The back 3 go.
How many rocks can we put in the 4-foot? Well, 7 so far. Plenty of room for more. Got the whole right-hand side of the 4-foot to
Right.
use.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
Pretty good so far. Okay, fans at home, what do you do here? Remember, USA's got last rock.
Norway realizing that if they were to, as they said, smash away, it's not going to do them a heck of a lot of good. Their back 2 reds are lined up pretty perfectly to be doubled out.
Yeah, even the stone in the front of the button angled in a good way for the USA. So defense mode for Norway.
Den er i gang. Milliarden. Ja, Markus. Bra. Perfekt.
Good guard weight from Højberg.
Bra. Øvelse.
So now it's over to you, USA.
Dead knows it.
Yep. Have you got a crane or a drone?
Right over there.
Lift stones out of there?
We can just push them all down and we'll take one. Is that what we're going to do? Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do?
I think we got to run it.
Don't we? Run to the red red.
All right, well, if we're playing the run
If we,
back, then
if
we're
we
not
run
pushing
it
all
and we
that.
get rid of these three,
Thing is, you're still gonna have this one locked in.
yeah.
At least
one rock
will leave the rings. Will leave
I don't think we have a shot.
Okay?
We run it. We can run it, but then we're going to get those back three out of there.
Whatever you think, Richie.
Over to you, Skipper.
We can guard it.
Tough choice.
Where do we guard now?
Right, we guard the red. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Do they have an intern? Do they have an intern tap if they just skinny the yellow to tap into their red to get shot?
Yeah, probably.
This could be a good
I think we gotta guard
opportunity
this
to
side.
get
Don't have anything.
Coach
If we know
Phil.
we
Just take our
It's
runners
true.
and run
The
down.
USA has a
here.
timeout,
Because right now,
but awfully early in the game to call a timeout.
Which one we guard?
we lose the back three, but we don't lose the other two. The other one that's left
Okay.
in there.
All of the decision here is around how much risk do you take to try and score more than one.
What are we going to do?
I don't think we got anything.
We're
Let's do this.
screwed.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause we need about 2 rocks to do anything.
I'm not sure that the red run
Even
back
if
doesn't
they
help
run
the
that one on
USA.
nose, the back three go, but that one's still locked in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Drive red straight back on the 2 yellows. You might get some action on that Norwegian stone sideways, but Rahonen thinks it's not there, so he's going to play the
That's like draw weight.
Yeah.
in-turn.
We're like 5-6.
Whoa, then.
What do you want to do with it?
They're sick. 5.
Not a clue.
Just top 8?
It's coming down now.
Well, it's okay.
Just
well,
tight now?
Another rock in the 4-foot.
We're over curling.
Right off it? That's fine. If we're in this path, we
We're-
can't do anything.
Over curling
Come
here.
on, sweepers, you could have gotten that
It's
stone in the
okay.
4-foot.
That's good. As long as we can't get to nose.
Yep. This is a messed up end.
Fascinating end. Let's take a look at our other match in action this morning. Japan, Netherlands. 4 Japanese stones in the rings. A difficult final shot here for Jaap van Dorp of the Netherlands. Facing 4. He never loved this.
10 al.
Hits and rolls away, and it's a steal of 2 for Japan. Go Aoki and his Japanese teammates go out to a 3-0 lead.
Got a bit of a break. Carlo was very good on the line call on that one, so that they were able to catch that other one on the side, and wasn't a steal of 3.
Yes, indeed.
Really great, great Plan B line call.
90 with a pretty good bump.
After Wallstead
3-4.
stacks the guards, now Greg Persinger. There have been a lot of puzzled expressions on the ice in this end from about the midpoint of the end on, Allie.
Absolutely.
What do we do? I don't know. Got no way in there now. Could make a shot, but I've got no good idea for you. I've got nothing.
Okay.
Persinger.
I see what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Colin gets it now.
A light bulb.
Ding.
I would have liked to have thrown one out here in the 8-foot, but then if he makes it,
So that's a setup shot. Persinger throwing the stone. Top of the rings with the hopes of being able to raise it on his last one.
Legg på litt, da, og så er steinen lenger ut. Ja, good.
Proving the angle for a potential run in and maybe spring that Norwegian stone off the top of the button. Good call. Gets a little bit of heat on Stefan Wallstead to make a good guard here. A little bit wider path than his last guard. A little bit into the weeds on the wide side of the sheet. Not quite as much play out wider.
Se gå på den.
Ja, det går bra. Det går bra.
No problem with the weight, and no problem with the line. So if the USA wants to use that setup shot of Persinger's, it's going to have to be a double raise.
And doesn't look like they do.
Nope. USA deciding the discretion is the better part of valor. They don't even attempt their last shot.
The minute you guys made that freeze, I kind of saw that coming. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, that's good. Just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it looks a little deceiving with all those rocks.
Yeah. One yellow.
One yellow is the confirmation, so the USA defending that stone on the button right through the end and scoring a single point.
Yeah, I'm not sure where my gripper is.
After 2 ends of play, it is Norway 2 and the USA 1.
There's one back here, a couple back here.
Yeah, I don't have my gripper. That's the problem.
He normally wears that gold line, doesn't he?
No. Used to be one by my spot.
Var det så dårlig?
Den dårlige prisen, Markus.
Det er hele kappen. Det er hele omgangen. Det var ikke noe gøy. Det er bare galt, altså.
Lås på fall.
Ja.
Back inside the Orleans Arena here in the desert, Las Vegas. Curling in Vegas. Monday morning here, Norway leading to USA 2-1, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championships 2018. Thomas Brownlob here with Allison Kriviazek. And Allie, quite the second end.
Absolutely. As we were saying, it kind of reminded us a little bit of mixed doubles.
Like mixed doubles on performance
If you
enhancing
had extra rocks in mixed doubles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, in mixed doubles with 5 rocks each.
16 rock mixed doubles in.
Exactly.
It's busier than a rush hour at Penn Station.
I think it's always fun when you've got so many rocks in play and the teams are just
Going
mind boggled of what angles if we do this, and there's so many rocks that
It's fun when you
they
see
all
the,
impact each other. And
yeah, when you see the best curlers in the world scratching their heads and going, I don't know. Got a shot here, but I can't see one. Philip Telker for the USA.
Just 4 or 5 right
Norway
now.
with the hammer now in end number 3. 10 end schedule. Round robin action here. Men's Worlds.
Get ready, Colin.
Mine's good.
Mine's really good.
6 even.
Colin.
And Ellie, we're talking about the impact of USA curling, not only of hosting the World Championships here in the USA, but
Oh, that's good. That's good.
the recent amazing gold medal win of Team Schuster at the Winter Olympics and the impact on that on recreational curling in the USA. And we've had some reports from around the US about the impact of this in the US.
it's absolutely incredible. They've been getting a ton of new members joining the club, wanting to start the Learn to Curl programs. And North Dakota, they had Schuster stop by the club a few times and do some autograph and pictures. And I know that was so appreciated by the fans, and they were just absolutely loving every minute of that. And I think Schuster was too, the guys. Loving every second of it.
John Schuster and co are definitely living the dream right now,
Absolutely.
post-Olympics. Dauberg wrecking on the center guard. So good chance for the USA to duck another one in. And yeah, let's name check some of these fantastic curling clubs around the USA. In Bowling Green, Ohio, they drew 1,000 people to Learn to Curl sessions post-Olympics. Coyote Curling Club in Arizona. More curling in the desert. 1,600 people showed up to try curling. 1,600.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
How much?
6.
7. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
New York, 800 people.
Way too much
Yeah,
sick.
just incredible. Ardsley.
Wow, I was not full.
Shout out to the curling fans in Ardsley. Great job. 800 new curlers.
Yeah, to all of you newbies out there, welcome to the curling world.
Totally.
Happy to have you.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Evergreen Curling in Oregon. 3-Sheet Curling Club. They've drawn 500 new people.
Good luck to the manager of the curling rink, eh?
That's right.
How do you give
Who's got the late game tonight?
The 5 a.m. morning game, or do you want the midnight midnight
Exactly.
draw?
When early is late and late is early. Magnus Nedregotten trying to make a play on the American Stones. Possible double takeout. He needs to curl. Stuffs it. Leaving the American Stone. Shot rock position. Continuing our tour of the USA, the Nutmeg Curling Club in Connecticut drew 1,200 people to learn to curl sessions. 1,500 volunteer hours. They've signed up 120 new members on the back of the interest from the U.S. gold medal in Pyeongchang. Brilliant. Colin Huffman.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Hard. Hard, Phil. Hard. Okay, that's good. Good shot.
Okay. About as good as we could do.
Yeah. That's
We
good.
get any thicker, we get a bigger
Just
piece of our
clips
I agree.
their own
Good shot.
stone a little bit away from the button area, but
That first one was just
watch the action on our replay. Just clips that stone, pushes it away from the front of the button. That's the only negative from that shot from Huffman's perspective. Removes 2 Norwegian rocks. That's good news.
Looking for a hit and roll on this one. Looks like it's hanging though.
Nice contact, sticks around, was looking for an inside roll, didn't get it. And to complete our curling tour of the USA Alley, Peachtree Curling Club. Peachtree Curling
That's a
in
nice
Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, Georgia. 1,000 new curlers, 3 new league nights, all on the back, 80 new junior curlers. The power of the Olympics to generate interest in a sport. Rich Ruhonen.
it's good.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Easy. Easy.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, go, yep. Whoa, 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 throw it.
Looking for the roll.
Go, Carter.
Oh, good looking shot here. Just doesn't quite get cover behind the guard. Really good attempt, hitting an inside roll. Gonna be difficult for Norway to get on the inside of that one, Allie.
Yeah, it looks to me like they're edge on edge, meaning they don't have any air on the inside to maybe a smidge.
Maybe a smidge?
Maybe a smidge.
Is that more than a piece? Tiny bit?
I think so.
Just a
A
smidge?
smidge, yeah.
Okay. Smidge available for Hoiberg.
This is tight.
Robert trying to hold the line on the inside sweep. Are they by? No, they clip the top stone.
And
Pushing the
they
American
push
rock
it.
in. Whoa! Uh-oh. Danger signs flashing now for Norway. Great news for Team USA. Hoiberg clipping that stone
You want to guard the run, right?
just a fraction tight.
And be on the left side.
But he can get.
Why don't you go talk to him down there? It'll be a faster conversation.
Wow.
Just figure out what you want.
Here we go. Another look at it here. So just got a little bit too cute with it maybe and
With the intern.
clips his own, pushes the US stone further in behind cover. And now they've got 2 guards basically
More, I think.
Yep.
covering it. So
Stacked and slightly overlapped. Tough to run back.
Next to that one. Is that enough? I think a little
we're going to
bit
need
more.
to do some damage control.
Or you want to be higher than
Yeah, Norway with last rock here on
But
the
we
third.
got to be.
How deep do you want this?
Either way, just short of that other one.
Short of the ribs.
Just halfway. Short of the yellow.
Short of
Short
the
of the
yellow.
yellow.
Okay.
So we're looking at a 95, 4-0.
So, something like that.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
4-0.
Yep.
Rush Rahonen. He's throwing a guard stone.
That's pretty good. 3 right now. 4.
No, we're not 4.
Whoa. Go.
2, 3. Just
That's
a
pretty
2.
good. Stay
Whoa,
close.
whoa, whoa, it's never you.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa, it's good right there.
Just
Good
short of the
right
yellow.
there.
You want to hook it or no?
What do we want to be?
We can't bump it. We can't bump it.
We're not bumping. It's the easiest double.
Well, that makes the run back slightly tougher, but
Yeah.
makes a double clear a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Maybe just a bit of a miscommunication on that one. They maybe just let them know that the weight could have been, they could have maybe got a
Could have
little bit of a
tucked the corner
bounce
around it
there.
or bounced it,
Yeah.
Hoiberg now looking to blast guards.
I did not know what to call it.
Kills 2 centers. Center guards are gone. Still that stone atop 4 foot. Let's look in at Japan, Netherlands.
So just basically.
Looks to me like that Dutch stone is in first shot position. Yep, Van Dorp, the Netherlands, trailing by 3. So a chance here, we think, for a draw for 2.
2.
Gonna need to curl a little. Right on, good.
2.
Greg Persinger trying to stack a center guard.
Mine's really good.
Van Dorp, stone underway.
Yep.
Make sure.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Oh, right there. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Not bad.
Good sweeping by the Dutch front end brings that stone to the front of the 4 foot. It is a score of 2 for the Netherlands. That brings them right back in the game. Japan leading that one 3-2.
And back on our sheet, we just had a guard put up.
Look at that yellow stone there, right on the center line, short of the rings. I
have a piece of that Yellowstone, or a smidge of that,
Just a smidge.
just a smidge of that Yellowstone showing, but they're going to need to take an extra second and think about this.
Timeout being called by Norway. Using their timeout early in the game. They don't like the looks of this situation. This one all the way back to that feather come around attempt by Hoiberg, pushing the American stone behind cover, and ever since then it's been scramble time for Norway. As their coach makes their way down to the ice surface.
Litt press på. Om vi ruller langt, så er ikke den krysset, men hvis vi kjapper, så
Kan vi få slått med rulle?
får vi stemme mot 2. Da.
Ja, det synes jeg vi skal gjøre.
Og hvis vi clearer senteren når han drar hit, så har vi ganske kjip dragning rundt her.
Ja.
Jeg er helt enig i rulle.
A few options here, really, don't they?
Ja, det er litt grensen, da. Da har vi mulighet til å sitte litt press også. Har vi kjøpt med 2.
Så kan
du ha litt sånn i bakhodet. Ja, det er tredje omgang.
Coach Lovell making his way around the edge of the arena, casually strolling. He's had his coffee. Safely arriving now ringside.
Det har tenkt oss LREO først, men så sier Markus ikke sant, hvis den drar der da. Så det er jævlig kjipt.
Kan vi dra her liksom? Litt. Her har det vært fint å rulle.
Så man må kjappe når han kjapper igjen, så er det sånn dobbelt for 2. Hvis den skal være uendelig.
No option is great. You could play the double run, big risk. Driving 2 stones straight back.
Du får ikke noe vann sannsynligvis da.
Make a play on the open stone. That's the most straightforward option.
Like bedre uten å være rygg.
Ja, det er jo hvis oss sjef og han klarer å rulle akkurat under da.
Ja, da er det fint. Da har vi i hvert fall når vi prøver å dra hit da, før vi gjør det.
Ja.
And Ellie, the thinking process here. Are you taking some big risk to still have a chance of trying to score 2, or do you really just try to make sure you can get a safe 1 out of this?
Yeah, I think they were debating between the hit and roll and the draw or the freeze. But it looks to me like they've settled with the hit and the roll.
As Rich Rahonen looks on, Team USA skip. Norway's going to try to hit the American stone and roll a little bit to the right as we're looking at it on our overhead, behind cover of those center guards. Should be able to get shot rock just at the back of the button with an inside roll.
Yeah, if anything, you want to roll it even just a little bit further to the right, so that if you were ever to come with the in turn, try and pick away at that yellow stone, your rock wouldn't be in the way.
Just quiet weight, but this one really not moving. It's just on the nose, wide open for Team USA. Halstead looking on. One thing that Team USA I've noticed in their games early in the week here, they're going to have to keep an eye on is their time management. They've really been pushing hard against their time allocation every game. They do take a lot of time talking about shots.
Absolutely. The game we did yesterday, they had
I mean, if you think that's the way,
3 or was it 5 seconds? 5 seconds left on the clock. So suspenseful right to the end.
Yeah, it makes it exciting.
Yeah.
Not sure you want that kind of excitement every
No.
game. Time clock's in the
No.
background there as Persinger throws a stone.
No, I think if I was skipper, I'd be saying, "Come on, guys,
Yep.
you gotta
Make a call.
give me something. Give me an extra couple seconds, please."
Control weight takeout here by Persinger.
Has he gone right by?
Catches it thin, rolls behind. It's just going to pop out on the in-turn side. USA line 2.
We had to all I was sliding a smidge full.
Yeah, that's fine.
Smidge. He said he's
See?
sliding a smidge full.
See, it's not
It is a
just me that
curling term.
use it.
Okay. Just nudges the Norwegian stone out and rolls to the back of the 8-foot, leaves them lying 2. So now it's going to be a difficult final draw for Stefan Wallstedt. Needs a piece of the button. The white circle right at the center to score a single point.
Yeah,
Tough shot.
Definitely not a bad result with that roll. I mean, if you were to stay right there, it does give the Norwegian team a bit of an out on his last one. So this is a very tricky draw.
Sitting in the back of the 4-foot will give him Wallstedt something to draw against, but no backing here. Has to throw it cold right onto the button. Totally judgment now in the hands of the sweepers here for distance, and they are backing off it. Nedregotten keeping a close eye. Plenty of weight. Will it stop in time? It's not going to curl enough. It is a steal, I think, of a point for the USA. Just verification. I think it's a steal. Yes, it is. Stolen point for Team USA. Perfect weight on the final draw there by Wallstedt, but just did not curl enough, and the USA steals a single point to tie this game up. After 3 ends of play, we are all tied up at 2.
Yeah, well, that's where Greg's was came short. Yep.
Okay, good job, guys. Way to battle. Let's go play good end now.
Yeah. Let's do it. It's like
From back inside the Orleans Arena, Philip Tilker of the USA gets play underway in the fourth end. We are live at the 361 World Men's Curling Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada. Entertainment capital of the world. We got a pretty entertaining one here. Hans Traunop joined by Alison Kreviazek and Allie.
Just drop that one.
After just outscoring the Norwegians by a smidge
Yeah.
to get the steal in the third end. This
got
one's
a
all tied up.
Tied ball game. 2-2.
Very important one for the USA. They've come into this game on a 1-2 record. Got a tough day today. 2 games, and the USA can prevail this morning. That would set up their day very nicely indeed. Corner guard there by the Norwegians.
Yeah, they've got a tough day. They've got the Norwegian team here and then Team Scotland this afternoon.
Really tight.
We've been
In between, you need the mental discipline not to spend too much time at the pool. I can tell you that the fans here in Las Vegas are absolutely embracing warm weather curling here in the desert.
I think this is how curling should always be.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Perhaps one of these fine curling clubs that have got all these new members, perhaps they also have some warm destinations they'd be willing to extend out to
That's true.
the public here.
To have coyote curling in Arizona.
Exactly.
Come on, Tampa. Come on, Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Let's go, Orlando. Drawing around the corner, trying to hide. Big sweep there from Nedregotten, and Hoiberg dragging that stone half buried. Curling growing not only in the USA but around the world. We mentioned the Olympics and World Curling Federation membership now. 60 countries are now member associations in the World Curling Federation. It's amazing. Back in the early 1980s, there were only 16 nations that were actually competing to try and get to a World Championships, and here we are, curling around the world.
Of course, this year there's the 13-team format here at the World Championship as opposed to 12 in the past.
Great shot there from Colin Huppen. Perfect inside roll right behind the center guard. Team USA on a roll here. Exactly right, Ali. 13 teams, 3 from the Pacific Asia region. Japan, Korea, China. Representing that growth in the game worldwide.
Yeah. And I think this year for mixed doubles we have 42.
42 teams will be competing in Östersund in Sweden. Nice run back there by Nedregotten. Springs 2 stones. Importantly, clearing that center guard. Absolutely right. Mixed doubles curling made its debut at the Winter Olympics as a full medal sport in Pyeongchang.
The right side, not the left.
Yeah.
And Magnus Nedregotten was a competitor
Gotta be touching center line.
Yep.
Looking for 20 to 30.
in the first ever Olympic mixed doubles tournament, which was an enormous success. Very well received. Colin Huffman, 91% for the tournament. He is playing very solid for Team USA.
A little tight.
Line's good.
Line's a little tight.
Tighter than that.
Hard for a minute.
Hard.
Just looking to
Whoa, whoa.
guard this up.
Whoa.
First
Whoa.
Norway with
Whoa, right up.
making those peels,
Okay,
but
good shot.
have totally blocked off their
It's not bad.
the intern side of the sheet.
What's that? I think finish better.
Yeah. Defensive wall on the left side of our picture, blocking the entire path on the intern side.
But unfortunately, just over curling that last guard, so this does leave the US stone partially exposed. It's a great opportunity for Norway to get at the stone and get a bit of a roll on this one. And roll it over closer to that other yellow.
Very nice control weight shot there by Magnus Nedregoth.
Kom fram, da. Men,
Ja, Gjalles. Han var Gjalles.
men det har vært sånn på alle vant. Han har bare dyttet ham igjennom, liksom.
Final thought on mixed doubles alley. I've already heard whispers that
That's why we just couldn't
officials
be
in
wide
world
with the
curling
guard.
are quite optimistic, not only about mixed doubles remaining on the Olympic program, but possibly even expanding the field size for the next Winter Olympics, which will be in Beijing in China.
That would be amazing.
Certainly would.
Weight's good.
Rich Ruhonen, 84% for the tournament. Rich is an attorney. It's always good to have a lawyer on the team in Las Vegas. Another nice inside roll by Ruhonen. Would have loved one more rock width of roll on that one.
Not noticed that.
Oh man, I've seen him almost every hit.
Easy, whoa, go! Colin, go!
Trying to get Colin to sweep and get a little bit more extra curl on that stone. Try and get it to roll a little bit further in behind that guard, but doesn't quite get it.
Norwegian sweepers on this one immediately. This is going to be tight to the center guard. Are they by? Just. Great sweep.
11-3. Hæ? 11-3.
If there's any doubt in people's mind if curling's an athletic sport, there's your answer.
Hear the huffing and puffing out there.
Absolutely. Maximum effort from the Norwegian sweepers, just getting it by that center guard. Great brush. Ruhonen.
Weight's good. Easy. Yeah, maybe 11.
Whoa, it's a little big.
It's big.
11.
Whoa. Colin.
Go, Colin.
Colin, go. Go, Colin, go!
Stone has a bit of curling to do. Huffman trying to promote a little bit of curl with the outside sweep.
We did roll away. Well, yeah, but further.
Yeah, more.
Hits it on the outside. So a bit of back and forth as both teams try to maneuver the stone behind the cover of the guards at the top right-hand side of our picture.
10-5, eller?
Jeg tenker nesten vanlig.
Norway with last rock here on the fourth.
Jeg liker det. Hvis du synes det er best, så er det ikke noe grunn til å gå med halve.
They realize with this one that they can roll quite a long way. Don't need to be precise in terms of getting in behind that center guard, so giving yourself a little bit of the minimum ice here and go hard for that roll.
10-5, hold i gang. Yep. Hard.
Three candidate guards to roll behind on this one for Team Norway.
Yep. Hard.
Don't want to pop across all three of them. I think it will. It's going to slide deep into the rings. Will it pop out the other side? No, it just hangs on. It's a good call there, Ali. Took minimum ice, as you said, tight ice, and swept it hard. And they had a lot of real estate to roll behind there.
Rich got the wrong rock.
Trust in your sweepers to keep it there.
Imagine speed should be similar to DSC still.
I think so.
That's what they're there for.
Yep.
Mark Solberg
You like that, Bruno?
Much ice, is it?
refueling.
Mine aren't curling a ton.
Okay.
USA, though, great opportunity here to duck around those guards on a draw shot. Lots to hide behind for Greg Persinger.
Plenty.
Oh, room.
87 good at it. 5, 6.
Not a big
Mine's
ad.
better.
We're real close.
We're gonna need, no,
Doesn't
no,
need it.
Joe.
Does not need it.
Colin, it's Colin all
Weight's
day.
there. Never need to go for weight.
Mine's perfect.
Waiting for it to die.
Colin, we're gonna have to go. Go, 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 go. Hard, Colin. Doesn't matter. We gotta get it. We're good now.
Sweeping it for curl now. It's got plenty of weight. Fully buried, but just slightly heavy, sliding behind the tee line. Leaves a chance for the Norwegians to follow it down and get closer to the pin. Greg Persinger.
It's pretty quiet. Overburied a little bit. Maybe we shouldn't have to 3 inches short. Gotta make sure we're buried.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is it better just to overbury it or maybe just leave it a little bit higher? Because now this is a great opportunity for Norway to come down onto that stone.
Such a game of tactics curling that stone. That stone delivered by Persinger is on the front of the button as opposed to the back of the button. This is a way harder shot for Norway. Still not an easy one. but the degree of difficulty has gone way down.
7, eventuelt 7,5 hvis det er linja. Vil bare ha shot der.
Ja.
Stefan Wallstedt. %88 at the skip position. That's mighty fine shooting.
Ha plass.
Ja, masse plass foreløpig.
Hei, Vågberg, er du her hvis du må gå?
And this one's got some curling to do. It's tracking a bit straight.
Ikke rør da.
Se lang ut.
Great look at it there. He's well by the guard, but is it heavy? This stone is sliding. Sweeper's back right off it. It is going to slide all the way to the back of the 4-foot circle. And the USA now with a fantastic chance to lock this stone in. Wallstedt, but 3 feet heavy with the draw.
I'm not going to say time, I was going to say. But
Yikes.
Not
Much
great.
more you can say about that.
Maybe
But,
something with the same.
Yeah.
if the USA can sink another one in around, this is going to be a high pressure shot for Norway.
Wallstedt and Hoiberg, they know it. They've opened the door for Team USA.
the button, though. I like touching it.
Saving grace for the Norwegians. They got last rock, but boy, that last stone might be a really tough one. Persinger looking to draw in the front of the 4-foot circle in front of his own stone this time.
Oh, more room.
Green light. Indicate the legal throw.
Stop calling then. Or both here then.
Sweeper's hammering this one immediately. They think it's light.
Make it top 8. Gotta go. Gotta get full 8. Gotta go.
Huffman, Tilker giving it everything.
You can hear them saying, gotta be full 8. 'Cause if they were to ever run that red now, could be for a bundle.
Yeah, I mean, keep going.
Good look at it from the overhead. The 2 red stones belonging to Norway.
3 more inches, we beat the back one.
There is a potential shot for 3 here now for Norway. Huffman, Tilker, they gave it everything on the sweep, but they brought it just into the 12-foot circle. And now those 2 red stones. This is a difficult but makeable shot.
Yeah, Stefan's only thrown 1 takeout so far this game, and he's at 50%, so I think he's going to want a little bit of redemption.
Jeg bare lurte på hvis du synes den er lettere, så er den også for 2 da.
It's a risk-reward shot.
De er kanskje ganske like.
You could try a slightly easier shot to score the 1. Double takeout, jump off that yellow stone that he's got his brush on and roll into the button area. That's basically a shot for 1. You might get fortunate and push the yellow stone out, but a big risk of jam there.
Looking at the in-off right now,
Du får 2, da.
just for 2.
That is a shot for 2.
Yep.
Det ser liksom ut som 2/3 går I toppen der, men det mest under fart.
Boy, the straight run, Ali, even though it's longer in distance,
Sure does look tempting.
feels like an easier shot to me.
Then again, he's the one throwing it, so
Totally right.
whatever he feels is makeable.
Absolutely.
You want your skip to be in the best possible frame of mind going into his last stone.
Totally
So
right. Always need to feel really good about the shot that you've chosen that you're going to throw. And Wallstedt says, I can make this cross-house double takeout to score 2. Going to hit right about where the brush is on the inside of that yellow rock, jump to the back and to the right, try to clip the American stone on the button and maybe score 2, maybe even 3. It's on its way. Hits it thick. It's not going to roll far enough. It's another steal for the USA. Back-to-back steals for Team USA. Wallstedt trying the cross-house double. Hit it a bit thick. Stolen point for the US gives them the lead for the first time in the game. It's the USA 3 and Norway 2.
Well, it wasn't. It was the fact that it's
we left it.
for 3. Yeah, we left it.
Yeah, we left it for 3. Yeah. Hey, that's good. Hey, great job. Great way to battle back after that. I didn't know.
are inside the Orleans Arena at the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. The home team, Team USA, after dropping a pair in the first end to Norway, stolen consecutive ends and now hold the 3-2 lead.
You're okay. You're not
Playing the fifth end of this 10-end
Attaboy,
game.
Phil. It's good. Start.
Stefan Wallstedt. Magnus Wahlberg.
Minst sikkert Fart er 3. 2 nå. Bra fart for å gå. Den er bra nå. Begge to kan gå.
Center guard USA.
Spill, Magnus. Bra.
Corner guard Norway.
Stefan.
Wahlberg having a little rest before his next stone.
Yep.
Phil Tilker.
Lots of room. I think we're light. If you're early, it's great.
I think Phil's an early candidate for the Coley Campbell Award for most sportsmanlike athlete here at the
Mine's really good.
World Men's.
Yes, Colin.
Saw the USA's game against
Come on,
Japan
guys.
earlier in the week.
Line, go, 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 go.
Japan's Go Aoki made an incredible final shot to
Great sweep. Great scrub, guys.
get Japan into an extra end. The first guy over to give him a high five was Phil.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It was a beautiful moment.
Of course, at the end of the week, sportsmanship awards are distributed. Players
Yes,
get
they
to
are.
vote.
You know a little bit about that, Allison?
I do,
believe
and
you're
you
the
do as well.
Recipient of such an honor. It is a nice thing. One of
It
the
is.
great thing about our sport is as hard as these athletes compete to win, the spirit of curling and sporting spirit is evident. It's a big part of the game.
Yeah, and being recognized by your peers, that
Yeah, it's fantastic.
yeah.
Det satt ganske bra. Ja, det var bra satt. Det er fin linje også, bare litt kort der.
Board.
Okay. Hair more.
Real close on that last draw. Hair more weight and able to tuck a little bit more around, but so it does leave a piece exposed. But this is that side that Colin was a little bit unsure about. He was
He asked for a smidge more ice.
My bad, I just didn't need more.
This one, exactly. He asked for extra ice. He got it.
You got a time on that?
And throws it by.
Sorry?
10.
10? Oh, that didn't look like 10.
But I might have hit it. I might have hit it early.
Said 10 seconds?
I probably hit it early.
There's no way that was 10 seconds. It hardly made it to the boards.
No, it hit the board.
Yeah.
Colin not quite believing what he saw.
kind of with him on that. I don't know if that was a 10 seconds. 10 seconds meaning the time in which the rock travels from the first hog line into the second hog line.
Teams will use that as a gauge for how hard to throw a takeout shot.
10 seconds is normally a pretty controlled takeout.
So Norway now with a chance to wrap another one around, but they just tap their own and leave themselves exposed now.
Gotta just barely hit this one first.
I like it.
So about 3 inches higher.
Okay.
So I think we gotta throw, we're gonna roll out, but 7.5.
How much?
7.5.
7.5.
As Huffman lines it up, we'll look in Japan and Netherlands. Red Japanese stone in the back of the forefoot, and last stone here for Go Aoki. Big rotation on his release. He really springs it. Call for two here for Japan, possibly.
You ticked it actually.
Not the end of the world.
That's all right. It's not bad.
Very nice weight. Not showing any nerves at all here. The 18-year-old, first international tournament. Japan scores 2, and they take a 5-2 lead over the Netherlands. Go Aoki.
What a fantastic name.
That is a great name. One of the great sports names of all time.
Absolutely.
It's another great name, Magnus Nedregotten.
You love that one.
I do love that name. Norwegian is one of the most musical languages in the world. Just on the high side, rolls a little bit away to the wing. Norway with something building here, though. They've got last rock.
So, there's no hole.
I think the out turn,
There's no hole. You just throw it hard. It's a third
What
of
is
the
it, a
stone.
quarter? Yeah.
Rahonen lining
We
up a
can-
double
we can come off
takeout.
the backside of ours, too.
Like there's no such thing as too thin, basically. Third of a rock.
Slightly awkward angle,
Third
Ellie.
of a rock.
Yeah, third.
Yeah, they're looking to hit it thin, but
Okay.
I mean, there is such a thing as too thin.
Yeah.
You could hit it too thin and then kind of breeze by it, but
Make it.
Too thin equals error sometimes.
exactly, yeah. Too much of anything, but I think they said they settled upon a quarter stone. Should make the double.
Tilker on the inside sweep immediately. Rahonen thinks he's a little bit narrow, gets a little inside roll, but no double takeout. Leaves his stone in a good spot, though.
Carved it a little bit.
We're saying I carved it a little bit.
Sorry.
Curlers have got wonderful slang for everything.
Yep.
Little narrow, dumped it, started it,
Yeah.
carved it.
We'll do our best to interpret all these slang comments for everyone listening back home.
Yeah, we'll give you subtitles for curling language.
Men frisen på toppen er ikke dum heller.
Sett den der.
Jeg er med på det nå.
Norway's got blast rock, but
Så har vi oss to situasjoner her.
all kinds of danger in front of them. Yellowstones belonging to the USA is threatening that shot rock from every direction.
75-80.
Bare doble dem to der.
Doble dem her, ja.
So risky play, clearing the guard, trying to remove 2 American stones. Hoiberg, big weight. Hoiberg bringing the heat. Gets 1, clips 2, springs it away, clears the front. That's a pretty good result. USA still with something brewing, though. Very easy short run now for Rahonen. Look at the replay on Hoiberg's shot. That's what they were trying. They were hoping to clip that stone a little bit thinner and maybe spring the other American stone completely off the rings. Clears the center guard. Wallstead. After dropping consecutive steals, perhaps Ali thinking, we
Do some damage control.
Where are we trying to roll the shooter anywhere?
No, shooters stay in the other
Still
roll
have
just a
3
little
stones
less. You know,
remaining,
like,
so
otherwise he's just going right under the corner.
still some time to get some rocks in play. And
Pro side on the roll is rolling a foot or 2
Yeah,
to the right.
you're right.
Yeah. Kind of wait.
Normal, but I don't think that's enough.
9-5.
Give me just an inch more.
final small adjustment on the target line for Rahonen.
Yep.
Hair down.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, it's good.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Put that back. Oh, we're good.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
little indecisiveness going down the sheet from the sweepers. Do we clean? Do we not?
Yes, no, what?
That's good.
That's great.
It's part of the temptation as a sweeper. Sometimes the center line.
It stopped getting off the line. So I was like,
Yeah, Huffman and Tilker talking about it. It's the job of the person in the house to read the line, and sometimes as the sweepers you can see the center line, and so you're trying to read it yourself. Person reading the line in the house would say, "Let me call it.
Yeah.
You guys just sweep."
Problem is when no one's saying anything,
Yeah.
then all the thoughts start rushing through your own head, and try and make the decision for yourself.
Coach's bench
Ja, kanskje litt
looking on.
stemning, eller?
Nei, jeg synes det er bra. Tror det er bra.
Ja, prøv det.
Monica Hoiberg.
Nummer 5, bra fart. Ren. Ren. Er nære. Wow. Ren. Ren, kjapp, kjapp. Hardt, hardt. Hardt, 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 hardt.
love to get a little bit of a roll to the right behind that corner guard. Pretty good shot. And importantly, they've gotten themselves into second shot position as well. They're out counting that American stone. Great shot.
This is second.
Ja, take two.
Oh, they're second? Yeah, they're second. They got a little spin.
Let's look at the roll here. Perfectly behind the guard and in second shot position.
Speed should be pretty good.
We don't got to play it tight. We just got to be even.
Top four.
Yep.
Good look at it there. Nearly perfectly
Full
buried.
80 over there.
They're just going to ignore that though and throw the straight draw around and try and get the two yellow stones to be
I like a little
even
more. All right, I'm with you.
so that there's no double available for Team Norway.
Greg Persinger. From Alaska.
Four. Line's good.
Big trip to the lower 48 for Greg for this tournament.
Yep. Yep. Come on, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go. We're never there. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Farther, little go. Come on, you got it. You got it.
Just not throwing it.
Okay.
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 Stone comes up fractionally short.
Let's, I know.
Good chance for Norway now. Turn this end around and set up a possible pair.
You know.
Yeah, those sweepers gave it all they had right out of his hand. They were sweeping that, so
If you're brand new to our sport, effective sweeping like we're seeing out here this morning can carry a stone as much as 2.5 meters further over the course of an entire 45-meter curling shot. For our American friends, probably about an extra 8 feet. Important shot here for Wallstead. Needs to stick around to set up his pair.
Yep. T6. Whoa. Whoa. In, Dick. In. Yep. Hard.
A little outside roll would be great. They get a little flop. Norway lies 2. So, decision time for Team USA.
go for the long roll, or do you make the short one underneath there?
Where he has to nose double, he's not second.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be close to second. Depends on where you roll to.
Whatever you think's easiest,
I don't
Rich.
mind that.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Just roll a hair past dead under. It's either that or over here. It's whatever you think is better.
We have more rocks to roll under going over there.
What do you like, Greg?
That's not bad. If we get to right there, but he's still going to see half of it.
All right, if you think the big roll is what we have to do, let's do it.
I do.
Okay.
Because you can get a...
USA is deciding on
All
the
right.
big roll,
I think we
trying
gotta
to roll
throw-
all
we
the way
gotta
to the
throw
left
a
side of our
full
picture
though.
behind those
9.5.
guards on the left side.
Buddy.
Tough shot. Has to roll this one about 6 or 7 feet.
Wait's good.
Go the other way.
Needs
Yep,
to hit
yep,
about 3/4 of the rock.
Yep.
Rahonen now switching gears, saying go the other way. He's going to try the outside roll instead.
Yep.
Good alert line read there from Rich Rahonen. Inside roll was never there. So he elects instead to try and roll it to the outside and tucks a corner. Have to be able to do that when you're in the house reading line.
Yeah, that was a great plan B call.
Vi klarte mye av Lofoten øverst. Ja, får mer eventuelt. Halvtreff, så er det masse rull på det. Hæ?
Skitt på halvtreff.
Ja, kanskje. Ja.
De klarte ganske mye på en siden her.
Not the easiest of shots now. Norway's going to have to try and hit that yellow stone that the United States just threw. So maneuver past that top yellow. Try and hit that one and get their deuce.
Just have to hit what they see. The danger for the Norwegians, if this one overcurls and clips the stone in front of the target rock, could spill across the house, but he'll be playing, I think, just quiet weight. Give him options off of both of those stones to maybe just score a single point. But he's looking for a pair here. Stefan Wallstead, final stone on its way. Sweepers are not laying a brush to it. Will it curl enough? Does he have contact? Just clips it. Will he stick around? I don't think so. It is only a single point for Norway. Chance for a 2 goes begging. Wallstead a little bit too straight. Players are just looking to agree on the score. It is 1 red. Norway with a single. This one tight as a drum at the midpoint of this 10-end game. We are all tied up at 3.
That's okay, he's got his Thunderbirds going.
Play in the first end. Yellowstone belongs to Team USA. Steffen Wallstad of Norway. Look at this, just gets by the top stone. Perfect weight, just pushing the American stone into the back of the 8-foot. A fantastic shot by Wallstad. Making life very difficult for Team USA. Final stone on its way now for Greg Persinger of the U.S. Trying to follow this one down to score a single point. But it just clips the center guard. And Norway steals 2, leading it 2-0 after 1. Third end action. Yellowstones belong to the U.S. Wallstad of Norway. And his final shot has to draw a piece of the button. Perfect weight, but it does not curl quite enough, and the U.S. steal 1. Tying this one up at 2 after 3 ends of play. Fifth end. Chance for 2 for Wallstad. Tough shot after a great line read by Ruhonen. Gets the stone into a touchy place for the Norwegians to get to. Catches it thin, and it's a single point for Norway. After 5 ends of play, this game's tied 3-3. Looking in at our other match, just 2 games in our session 6 morning session. Japan are leading the Netherlands by a score of 5-2. In our feature match, Norway and the USA deadlocked at 3.
Har vi lyst til å gå på setup mine også, og når de kommer så blir det bra. Hva sliter du?
Men også er litt lang på labben. Prøver også å roe meg litt til rapporten. Nei.
Ikke som jeg tenker. Jeg kan sikkert finne på noe.
Ja, så kan man sikkert finne på noe.
Ja, men det kan finne på etterpå.
Ok.
Markus var jo drittstein, men han spiller om det han kunne det.
Steinar virker bra. Ja. Den reagerer sånn som oss tror.
Jeg tror kanskje litt mer energinivå. Om vi så må fake det litt i starten, da, så kanskje vi kan prøve på det. Ja.
They're short. I mean, then I do it. Yeah, that's what I like. That's right. And then if that ticks the top when you roll under, I think that's a better play. Right? So top 4 corner, he goes tight. We try to tick it, just play it like we're playing the tap. And if we tick the guard and roll in the house, it's really good.
And you're saying we throw a corner on the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, then make sure that we throw a corner on the side, on the opposite side than they're throwing.
Here are the stats at the midway point. And stolen points, 2 each, dead even in the shooting percentage department. So, Allison, I think this is sort of the reflection of the game. Nothing to choose between these teams this morning.
We're over curling. Line's always good. Just go.
Come on, go hard.
And that's what we're playing for. World Championship trophy. Here in Las Vegas. A few bleary eyes this morning on a Monday morning, but not from the curlers. They are ready for action here at the World Men's Curling Championship, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. Back in the USA after a 10-year absence. And the athletes and the fans really happy to be here in Las Vegas. Magnus Faber gets us underway, and end number 6, USA, will have the hammer. We are live in round robin action. Norway coming into this game unbeaten, but the USA playing them more than tough. Anybody's game. USA coming into this game on a 1-2 record. Philip Tilker, 80% for the game.
Every time. Think we're okay.
Greg.
It's always yours, Greg.
Can't though, probably, right?
Nope.
Can't? Yeah.
Sweeper's trying to use the force,
Gonna be able to.
try and get it to
Okay.
stop.
We're just.
Does that work?
Using mind control.
No reason to go.
Yeah, I don't think so, but it seems to be the go-to method of every sweeper. You have no control, so you just kind of
Just beam yourself into the rock.
exactly.
Magnus Faber.
Har plass. 4. Jeg tror det setter seg til, men kanskje ikke.
A 13-team field this year at the 3-6-1 World Men's.
Får litt, altså.
An increase from last year. It was a 12-team field. This one, will it stop? No, it just creeps onto the ring, so no free guard zone protection.
Jeg har dratt den der moppen sin. Kanskje jeg bare det, liksom.
Means the USA can play a takeout shot at the stones if they want. If that one would have stopped short of the rings,
Okay.
would be sitting in the free guard zone. The first 4 stones at the end, you can remove an opponent's stone, but you can't remove it in play. But if it's in the rings, fair game. So Tilker can throw a takeout at this one.
Close. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. Double takeout there by Philip Tilker.
First takeout of the game, not a bad one.
It's always a great moment for a lead to throw a double takeout.
I'm glad. Good
throw, Phil.
'cause when we call
Leads
9.5,
are generally
that's
throwing
always
tick
Thursday.
shots and guard shots, and you get a chance to throw a double and you make it. Phil will be telling his teammates about that one all week.
Yep. The only downside sometimes is when you have to make a double or a takeout on your own rock.
Yeah, that's sort of like the walk of shame, isn't
Yeah.
it? Nedregotten, his turn to try a double takeout. Ooh, catches it super thin, just pushes the stone off to the wing. Gets no action on the center stone. So, chance for the USA now to build something up.
And Skipper just calling down to the other end that threw it well. Just
That feedback's so important, isn't it, Allison?
it is definitely.
No, his point is it's easier.
Good to have the honesty within the team. Everyone giving the best information they possibly can, so that there's no misses later on in the game.
That's like a 90 for you.
Yeah, at this top level of competition, you put your ego aside. If you threw it bad, you want to know. If you threw it good, you want to know. You can make adjustments from there. Colin Huffman, 75% for the match today.
Greg, go.
Slightly below his tournament average, which is very solid. Sweeper's backing off this one. This one has got a head of steam.
That's terrible.
Right through the rings.
Through hat. Did you get like a 70?
60.
The eyebrows raised from Colin Huffman. Really? Did I really throw it that hard? Yep, you did.
Yeah.
Magnus Nedregotten, 78% for the game. Right in the nose. Good shot.
Yeah.
Faen meg endelig en bra slide da. Det var på tide.
USA with last rock here on the 6th. If you're brand new to the game, the basic strategy of curling, when you've got last rock, it's an advantage. You're trying to score 2 or more points. When you don't have last rock, you're trying to prevent your opponent. Tilker saying same weight as last time. Not quite. That was a little heavier.
That was a good one, Phil.
It's really unkind.
Like a 59.
Purser and Rowan still talking about that draw of offense. It's great though. You can
joke about it.
joke about it a bit.
At least as long as
Doesn't get hurtful.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. As long as Colin's okay with it.
Exactly. Hoiberg clears the corner guard. Nothing in play. That's why we love having the athletes wearing microphones. You get those little
A
moments.
little more.
Hoiberg.
Get it. Outside edge of button. 90.
Yep.
Richard Hohen having a very nice game this morning. 95%.
77.
No ad.
It's fine.
No ad.
There's 6.
No ad.
Like plenty.
No ad meaning didn't give any extra extension on his release.
Just
It's like a 7+.
It's the tricky thing with split time. So split time meaning the clock starts at the back line and finishes at the hog line, and it can be a little tricky sometimes to get a good read because depending on how the athlete throws it, it's going to vary a little bit.
The use of stopwatches is completely legal in curling. Sweepers use that as a guide to give them an idea of how fast the stone has been thrown.
9-5. Fin fart.
And in curling alley, weight control is the essential skill, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Kanskje litt mye. That's fin.
More. It's deeper there.
By weight control, we mean how hard you throw the rock. Harder you throw it, the straighter it goes. Obviously, the farther it goes too.
Clean. Clean.
Toss, bud.
This end shaping up very much like a candidate for a blank end. If you're new to curling, a blank end is when no points are scored, and the team with last rock will keep the last rock advantage for the next end. Stefan Wallstead struggling a bit today.
He's had a really solid 3 games so far, but just a little bit flat this morning.
Nice shot there.
Ni blank. Ni blank. Ja. 10 blank. Ni blank. Ni blank.
Sometimes a nice straightforward shot like that, if you are having a bit of a wobbly day, can get you back on the rails. Greg Persinger
Yep.
also struggling a bit, 64% for
Maybe
the
9.
match. Not terrible. Slightly below his tournament average.
Good shot.
Right in the nose.
Good weight.
Toss, Greg.
Persinger thinking, I'm going to have a shot for a blank here.
9-5. Litt stoppa ut.
Smiler 10.
1.
9-5.
1.
If the USA do convert on the blank here, Ellie, it'll be interesting to see how they approach the next end. As we get nearer the end of the game, you are trying to maneuver yourself into having last rock advantage in the so-called even ends, the 6th, 8th, 10th end.
Yeah.
We always love to have last rock in the final shot of the game, but we're here on end number 6, and here is the last stone for Greg Persinger.
Well, if it's anything like the second end,
Where we had a million rocks in the 4-foot. Perfect blank there. Nice shot by Persinger. No score on the end. USA will keep last rock into end number 7. After 6, we remain tied at 3.
Bomb. He goes the same weight on your neck.
Let it go and just like.
en 2,5 safe, men forresten ikke, altså.